What's up, folks? I hope you all are excited for this. We are a little bit early, and I want to mention to all of you guys that this stream is brought to you by CloudBet. Watch PFL World Tournament live and free on cloudbet.com and use my promo code 130MMA if you are placing any action on the fights. And we're going to talk about every single fight on this card. At the end, we're going to give you a nice little parlay. I've got my wonderful co-host here, Pickem MMA, and he is hopefully as ready as I am. Hopefully as ready as Dixon Sider is, because Dixon is in the chat dropping stuff about Kevin Lee looking like Virna. Honestly, Virna's about to fight for a title, so I mean, like, that wouldn't be the worst person to look like. Is Kelly a can crusher? We will find out. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. And I mean, so far the guys look pretty good, but like you said, has the level of competition been there? We are going to find out shortly. So actually, I'm going to do the thing I did last time. Let the comments pop up on the screen as long as they don't get crazy.
Do that. That's better. Just see it on screen.
Parlay pieces for sure. Here we go. Okay, so we've got some people jumping in the chat. Pickem, you were kind of saying it before we started, but you looking forward to this one or what?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. It's actually a good card. I think it's going to be better than last week's card because I know a lot of people are shitting on that last card. I've seen a lot of people on Twitter, a lot of people that watch UFC, they tune into PFL and they're disappointed. Even the UFC card wasn't that great last week. We're going to keep it honest. Like, did you like the card last week for UFC? I don't think it was that great. There's only like 2 KOs on the whole card, 2 finishes.
So here's the thing. I have a hard time disliking a card. It's wild because, like, for whatever reason, like, if the card is like a bunch of knockouts and all that stuff, it's exciting. And then, like, if it's like a chess match, I enjoy it for whatever reason. I don't know. So it's hard for me to, like, every time people are always like, "Oh, this card sucked. It was boring," and I'm always like, "What? What do you mean? I wasn't."
Some of the fights were pretty bad on that UFC card. I'm not gonna lie. Even the PFL.
The only fight that I thought was okay. The only fight that really was, what's the word? Like, I wouldn't say it was boring, but that, like, seemed odd to me. Was the Brundage and Malik fight where they kind of, like, were both afraid to do anything.
But yeah, I don't know what happened to Malik. He just didn't go for early. He should have went for early, I feel like.
Yeah, and, like, it wasn't like it was like a bad fight or anything. And by my I mean, like, it wasn't as exciting as you'd expected it to. But yeah, for, like,
even that Psy fight, you remember Manyfield and Psy? Like, Manyfield's kind of turned into this, like, just do barely enough to win, and dude, people are just scared to trade.
I tried to warn them. Manyfield was getting it done. I tried to warn them.
That's good. The people that had him by decision, I mean, they I don't know what the odds were on that. It's probably like plus 900.
Yeah, I didn't play his decision. I played his money line. I felt like that was good enough at, what was it, like plus 5 something by the time of the fight. I didn't get that number. I got like plus 450 or 475.
Yo, what do you think about Woolmaker? I mean, holy shit. Well, he's gonna be like the next tough Peyton Talbot.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully they send it like a high school kid in there for it. You know, like that'd be quite the experience.
I honestly feel bad for Chris Martini. I really do, man, because they keep bringing him back and they don't give him any good matchups.
When he's a likable guy, like, Martino's a cool dude. He just
they cut him, right? I think they cut him after like one fight.
Oh, they cut him?
I think so. I don't know. Maybe I saw somewhere on Twitter that they cut him after one fight.
Oh, that sucks. Yeah, I hope not. But if so, hopefully he can find a spot in like Karate Combat or something. Because I hear they do okay. Like
Karate Combat, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, look at Sam Alvey. Okay. He rejuvenated his career over there.
Sam Alvey's, bro. I can't believe how well he's doing this Karate Combat. It's crazy. He's actually like fun as Flow State.
Exactly, dude. He's been knocking people dead. Like, and I mean, it's funny because I was telling some of my friends, I'm like, dude, Sam Alvey's about to beat Spawn in this matchup, and everybody was like, no way. And then I was like, no, he totally will. And I had every intention of betting him. And then next thing I know, it's like Saturday, and like the card was the day before, and I'm like, shoot, I never got around to betting that guy.
I've never bet on Karate Combat ever. Like, I watched it before, but I never like got around to betting it.
So what's really cool is, and this is like an extra plug, CloudBet, the sponsor of this video, actually usually has pretty awesome lines on Karate Combat. So that if you're looking to get into the Karate
I'll check it out. I'll check it out for sure. I've never used them before, but I'll check it out.
They're solid, dude. You got they're like crypto based, so you got to have some crypto to deposit, but they're
okay, yeah.
But let's go ahead and jump into the card, and let's start with what we got as the first fight of the night. Okay, so this one's an interesting one. I'll let you get off, and then I'll jump in. Of course, it's Alan Dominguez taking on Nick Meck. Who do you have in this one? What are your thoughts?
I mean, I think Nick Meck's gonna win. He can wrestle. He's pretty strong for the weight class. Is the only thing that scares me from Nick Meck is his cardio because he slows down later in fights. But he should have the strength early. He should be able to wrestle him if he needs to. He can probably land the better shots on the feet. So I'm gonna go with Nick Meck on this one. The line seems kind of crazy though because cardio scares me. But I'm gonna go with Nick Meck by maybe KO. I feel like he could probably get the KO early because he hits hard. But even if he doesn't knock him out, I see him just having the bigger moments out there, and the judges should score the fight for him even if they go all 3 rounds.
Yeah, I can see that for sure. I wouldn't say Mech is like a what's the word? He's not like somebody that I would count on as like getting the knockout early, but yeah, like the wrestling as an option. Like he was an All-American in college, I do believe. So I think Mech's going to be able to use his wrestling. He is going to be the somewhat local guy because he's from Kansas, Topeka, I want to say. And this event's in Wichita or something like that. So, which is weird that there's an event in Wichita.
He should win. I think he's going to win. Mm-hmm. Just minus 240 because it's cardio, but yeah, I think he's going to win. This is a good matchup for him, bounce back matchup.
Well, yeah, and realistically, with it, you gotta assume PFL's trying to make it so he's getting the home.
Honestly, at this point, I don't know who PFL wants to win. I can't really tell. You never really know with PFL.
Yeah, they're a bit sketch when it comes to that. But at the same time, they usually, when they go to a region, they want the locals to win.
I hope so. I think Mick's gonna win.
That's for sure. Yeah, okay, so easy one there. We're gonna move right along. Mech is the choice. This next one we probably have a little more interest in. It's Saray Orozco. I always mess up her last name. Orozco.
I don't even know how to say her name properly.
I think it's Orozco, no? Yeah?
Orozco, I think so.
Yeah. Who do you have in this one? What are your thoughts?
I mean, this is a typical low-level WWE fight. You never really know what's gonna happen in these fights because it could be just come down to 1 minute at the last round. Whoever has the better flurries, whoever has a takedown at the end could win the fight. I can't go with Laura Joanne anymore. I'm just done picking these fighters out of Pitbull Brothers team because the last time they were fighting on that card, there's 3 of them. I think it was Leonardo Higo, and it was Mateus Matos, and it was her fighting on that card. They all went 0-3 on that card, and Pitbull lost on UFC 2 against Jair. So they went 0-4 on that same week. And I told myself I'm never gonna pick these fighters again. I don't care who they're fighting. And Roscoe is actually not that bad because I watched her last fight against Samiko Inaba, I think her name was, and I think she won that fight. Honestly, I do. I think she won that fight. I don't know how they gave it to Samiko Inaba. I know they wanted her to win, so maybe they cooked up a little bit of a robbery there. But I think Roscoe's better. No, Joanne's probably got cleaner striking, but doesn't have a lot of power. I do think she's slicker from the outside. So if she can just bounce around, just outpoint you from the outside, I could see that happening here. But I think Orozco's going to clinch her, put that pressure on her. And I'm going to go to Orozco. She's underdog, so I don't mind her picking her here.
Nice. Okay, well, this is our first divide on the card already. I feel like Laura Joanne's got this one. I think she's going to be the better striker. I do think
that's fair. I mean, but I don't
think she's going to have as much power. But I think she's the cleaner striker. I think she's going to land more, and I think she'll probably get it done. She's fought better competition. Orozco.
That's true, but she's losing all of those fights. I mean,
that's true.
Her only win is Shanna Young. I mean, come on, Shanna Young is so bad.
Yeah.
I don't blame you for picking her. I mean, she's definitely been here longer.
We had Orozco, even like you said, it was kind of a weird split decision loss. She is 0-2 in the PFL. I mean, that's not a good sign. Yeah, this is a tough one, but I do think Laura Joanne's probably the side for me. But yeah, it's not super confident here. What do we got here? Dixon saying, "You guys think Shanna Young is better?"
Honestly, I don't know who Shanna Young's better than at this point. I don't know. Probably no one that I can think of.
Shanna Young is she'll have a fight where she looks decent, and then all of a sudden she's back to just looking bad. but she'll have a fight every now and then where she does look pretty good. So I don't know. But I think I think we're split on this one, but neither of us seem super confident. The next one I feel a little better about. It's Mateusz Matos and Lazaro Dayron. Who do you have in this one? I feel pretty good about my.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Lazaro, man, because he should be 9-0 right now, in my opinion, because he beat Sabatello. He should have knocked him out. I mean, the referee gave Sabatello every chance not to get finished in that one. Mm-hmm. But he can wrestle a bit. His wrestling isn't completely horrible. He did slow down in that Sabatello fight, but Sabatello is going to be shooting takedowns after takedowns. All he does is wrestle. And Sabatello is not completely horrible. It's just his striking defense is really lacking. And Lazaro was almost able to knock him out as a pretty big underdog there. Now, Mateusz Matos, I've been picking this guy because I kind of believe in him. And he's not bad. He's good, right? He can strike, he can grapple, he throws nice leg kicks. My problem with Matos is that he doesn't really separate enough. He's never really out there dominating anyone. Even in fights that he's winning, he can get a comeback from behind submission, can lock in a submission if you're taking him down and stuff, grappling with him. He's definitely dangerous. He's fought the much better competition other than Lazaro fighting Sabatello. But I think Lazaro, he's gonna look good here, man. I don't see Matos shooting enough takedowns to hold him down. And I feel like Lazaro just hits way harder. He's got more power, and he's gonna throw combos. I can see him clipping Matos. I hope Lazaro throws combos to the body because Matos, because he can take shots to the head, but when you rip to the body, that's where he's his hands start dropping after when you rip to the body. So I hope his coaches watch tape. They watch tape on Matos. They look into how that's the way they can put him away with those body shots. I'm gonna go Dayron by I think to put him away. I think he could generally put him away.
Yeah. So for Lazaro, there's two things that stand out to me that I like. First one being Cuban national wrestling team. That's a big plus. Second one is that he's training at the Goat Shed, at least part-time. He has a couple.
That's actually a good gym. Yeah. Isn't Robertson training out of there too?
Yeah. Goat Shed is a good gym for someone who is a grappler because they're really good at weaponizing their grappling and turning it into a very violent art, as opposed to when Robertson really leveled up her game, it's when she started training at the Goat Shed and started, really looking to cause damage when she gets the fight to the mat rather than just looking for submissions.
Yeah, because I remember back in the day, Robertson, he couldn't get a takedown on you. So he was definitely, you just wouldn't shoot another takedown. So you just kind of accept losing that fight. Exactly. So I know what you mean.
Oh, here we go. Dixon knows how to pronounce it. There's an accent on the first A. Okay. All right. I did not know that. Yeah, I'm not super good on these on the names. Gotta shout out Nate real quick though. He is a channel member, and it is always good to see channel members in the chat. So what's up, Nate? Good to see you, brother. But yeah, so for me, I think Dayron is the side for sure. There's too much for me to not like, or too much for me to like in this one on the Dayron side. The one thing I don't so much like is he's 5'1".
He's very 5'1".
I don't know if he's quite 5'1", but he's real short. I think I don't know. Let's
I just think Sabatello is kind of tall. Well, maybe because of that.
Let's see what Tapology says.
He's 5'5", but maybe he's just not Tapology doesn't normally have it right, but I don't think he's 5'1" or 5'2".
He's very
probably
short,
5'4" or 5'5".
My assumption is he's going to be the shorter fighter here. Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong.
I don't think it's gonna matter, honestly. I just don't think it's gonna matter that much.
That's fair. Yeah, he does.
He's actually he's gonna swing more. I feel like he's gonna take more chances too. Mm-hmm. And he's definitely got more power on the feet.
Yeah, and I think he's going to be able to control where the fight takes place. So I think Dayron's definitely a solid pick. And actually, what's even better is we can currently get him at -172 over on CloudBet, which is awesome.
That's not too bad.
He's coming on the other side. Let's see. He opened at -181. That's fantastic.
I actually been betting Matos in the past. I bet him over in his last two fights as underdog, and he's always a close underdog, and then he loses. It's always like that. Because money comes in, then he loses the fight. I'm kind of done with him at this point.
His win over Palencia was good, but
even that fight, he was losing that one. I actually did pick Palencia there, and he was losing that fight before he got that back take and submission. I don't see him getting opportunity submission here.
Yeah, same. I'm with you on that one. We can move right along then. We have questions about this one early. Darrow Kelly and Mike Hamill. Let's see. What was the question was,
is Kelly a fraud? I think that was the question.
Yeah,
is he a can crusher?
What do you think? Is he a can crusher? Do you think he's got a shot here? What are your thoughts?
Man, I think he can maybe win, but I'm not completely sold on Kelly. I didn't pick him last time either. I think who did he fight? He fought that guy from Ukraine. I think the guy from Ukraine, and they actually took a point win in the third round. Right, that fight wasn't like he was winning that fight. I mean, I think he had him up 2 rounds, or I think maybe he was up it was like 1-1 because it was kind of close, but they took a point away because the Ukrainian fighter was landing like illegal shots at the cup, which they took. He landed 2 of them in the third round, so they took a point away from the Ukrainian. Mm-hmm. He likes to mix it up. He likes to grapple. He likes to strike, but he'll throw nice knees up the middle. But I haven't seen a lot of power. He's not really gonna go out there and put a striking clinic on anyone. I haven't really seen that yet. Mike Hamill, man, he's actually lost to some pretty good competition in the PFL. He's not bad. Just losing to what's his name? This
Nick
guy,
Brown, Mikheyev. He lost.
His last loss, Tim Wild. Yeah, Tim Wild. Losing to Tim Wild isn't bad, but just getting knocked out by Tim Wild is kind of not that great. But he's definitely a good striker. I'm gonna go with Tim. I'm gonna go Mike Hamill. I feel like if he is 100%, he can probably win this one. I'm not completely sold on Kelly. And him being this big of a favor, I mean, I'm not really sure why he's this wide. I'm going to take my Hamill. I'm not sure if I'll bet him because I want to see what kind of shape he's in. I'll look at his Instagram and see the weigh-ins, see how they match up. Hamill's, if he shows up, man, he's definitely good. You can put a volume on you. You can defend takedowns. And he's definitely gotten done as underdog in the past.
Yeah, Hamill's one of those guys that just comes through. And to answer the question, yes, he fought Usman Nurmagomedov in 2021. But yeah, Hamill's one of those guys that comes through as an underdog a lot, and he's fought really good competition. So it's hard to bet against him. At the same time, it's also hard to bet against Kelly because you know that if it's close, he's probably going to end up getting the win. But I mean,
maybe, but I don't mind just picking Hamill here.
Yeah, I don't mind it either because who's Hamill losing to? He's losing to Tim Wild. He's losing to Usman Nurmagomedov, Adam Boric, and before that, then you start getting some not so good losses. But I mean, you're going back to the 20 teens at that point. But yeah, I mean, clear through. Let's see. Yeah, clear through 2020. His only losses are to the top level of competition. He's got good wins in there. The win over Nick Brown is underrated. Nick Brown.
Even the Nikaya win wasn't bad either.
Yep.
And Nikaya win.
Achilles Mota's all right. Bryce Logan, not bad. That was I think he was an underdog in that one too. Yeah, I've been back and forth on this one, and I think it's going to come down to the fact that we're getting Hamill as the underdog. What's the line?
What is he?
216. Oof.
I think that's a pretty good line to pick him here, so I'm going to go with him.
Yeah, I don't know how you can not pick him at +2. +2 anything or better. So
if he was plus 130, I'd probably go with Kelly. If he was plus 130, plus 120-ish. Because at that line, I'd probably lean towards him. Because if it's close, normally they give it to the undefeated fighter. Because they want to kind of build him up. But at this line, I feel like it's worth it.
Yeah, and Kelly does have some physical advantages being 6 foot tall. So I mean, there's that. But yeah, I'll take Hamill. I'll take a shot on Hamill on this one. It's not a confident pick. It's not like he's a lock by any means, but I'll take a shot on Hamill as well. Let's move on to the next one here. We so far we've only disagreed on one. So Tony Caruso and Vinicius Sensi. I definitely have a pretty strong read on this one. What about you, man?
I'm gonna go Sensi, man. I'm gonna go Sensi. You know why? Because I don't know. I'm not really I watched Caruso's fights. He's really not that impressive. He's he's kind of swings wild, and he doesn't really have much technique with his striking. And he can be taken on also. And I've seen Sensi get takedowns on people that are much better. He's gotten takedowns on Patterson, who's a lot better and doing really well at 170 in the UFC right now. And his only problem is if you grapple with him and he makes a lot of mistakes on the ground, so you can definitely catch him in a submission. But he's a long range striker training out of King's MMA. He's got good training partners over there. He's taking this fight on full camp now. He's not coming in short notice anymore like he did against Premise. So I feel like that could play a factor here. Yeah, I'm going to go with Sensi by, I think it's going to be close, 29-28 decision.
Okay, so we're once again split. I'm on the other side. And for me, primarily, it's more because of Sensi than it is because of Caruso. Because yeah, right here, actually, Nate's pointed out the dude has like beaten a bunch of people that are
that's
like
true.
flagged.
But
Like,
if you watch him strike, his striking isn't bad if you watch him like fight. Even in that Patterson fight, he wasn't looking bad on the feet. He actually hurt Sam Pearson on the feet. Then in that Primus fight, he won the second round against Primus, and he was taken over in the third round. Then he got taken on. Like he was gonna win that fight if he didn't get taken on in that third round.
I mean, that's
so like
fair.
I'm just gonna go based on like what I've seen in the past 2 fights. I'm not really gonna like look back how many years would he fight. And like, it doesn't really matter at this point. I feel like because if he's getting this opportunity now, so I feel like if he shows up like he did against Primus, he could win this one.
I'm pretty sure. Now I could be wrong, but like Caruso has a lot of combat sports experience outside of MMA. Like I believe he like competed in boxing and jiu-jitsu, like pretty extensively, from my understanding. I feel like he's gonna. I mean, he's fighting out of Killcliff, which is a pretty good gym to fight out of. Man, I gotta go Caruso here. I think he's gonna get done. I think Sensi's gonna be in some trouble. I think Sensi needs to get his grappling going, and I don't know that he's going to have the ability to do that at like a high level without getting hurt on the feet. So I'm gonna go Caruso. We're split on 2 so far.
Okay, that's fine. So like I haven't seen him beat anyone that's like any good. Like when I watched his tape, I watched the Romero fight back this morning. I mean, for Caruso, Romero's not bad, but like he just wasn't landing all the strikes either. Like striking doesn't look clean, polished. So like I feel like Sensi's definitely got like more polished striking. He throws nice hooks from the outside. He throws kicks, body kicks. His only issue is like if you take him down, he can probably give up that submission if you grapple him hard enough.
Yeah,
that's my only word with Sensi, but I think he can win this one.
It's also tough because there's not a lot of middle level competition for Caruso. There's like the step ups that are much higher level than Sensi, and a lot of people that are way lower than Sensi. There's not a lot of people that are like around that level, so it's hard to really get a good gauge. So it could be. It's one of those that could definitely.
So if you made a Pickem fight, right? It's like minus 115. So like,
good. Yeah. The next one though is an absolute banger of a fight as far as like prospect level or like contender level. Magomedov and Savarajan Kamidov. Who do you have in this one? This is going to be a wild matchup, I believe.
Man, this is a tough matchup to like be really confident on. You know why? Because this what's his name, Kamidov. Forgetting his name already. Kamidov. He's a high pressure wrestler. He can push a pace on you. He's got good cardio. He's got really good grappling. He controls people really well when he gets takedowns on people. And Magomedov on the other side, he can be taken on. He's mostly like he's training out of that same team Dag fighter. Those guys are known for those front chokes when you shoot takedowns on them. And also like we got like Jabid, who used to train out of there. He's not fighting anymore, obviously, but we got Seidner Magomedov training out of there. They can be taken on. You can control them because they can accept going for being on their back because they're so dangerous with those front chokes, those guillotines. So I feel like he's going to be looking for those guillotines, and I feel like Kamidov is going to mix in takedowns here. I might go with underdog here because I wanted to pick Magomedov. Maybe he can win because I think he beat Patchy Mix in that 5-round fight. They should have given him the win there. And I've seen like even what's his name, Barzile was taken down, wrestling him in the first 2 rounds, then he got caught in that submission. But the way he level changes, like he doesn't go for those like double legs, right? He's gonna go for like those body lock, then trips. Like he goes for a lot of those takedowns, and I feel like that could maybe help him avoid those submissions. My only worry is that like Magomedov is like so much faster on the feet. Like he'll throw like a spinning wheel kick, spinning backs to the body. He'll like hit you with this like a quick spinning attack. Then he'll like you're just like waiting to counter. You're trying to level change. That could honestly happen here. This is only 3 rounds. I mean, if this is 5 rounds, I'd go Magomedov. But I'm gonna take Kamidov as underdog. Let's see. I think he can.
Here we go. We're split once again. I'm on Magomedov. This is 3 fights already we're split on. That's crazy.
That's okay. That's fine. It's good to be. I mean, all these fights are pretty close.
Yeah.
All on this card. So.
Yeah, I think Magomedov is gonna be the better striker. I think he's gonna have they're both very good grapplers, but in different ways. And I think that it's going to be kind of a situation where it'll probably go to the judge's decision. It'll probably kind of.
I think it goes longer. I think it goes a distance.
Yeah.
The only way it doesn't go the distance if Magomedov catches him in a submission, he puts him to sleep, maybe.
Which is definitely possible because the dude is nasty with those chokes, like you were saying. Yeah, I'm going to take Magomedov. I do think he's going to be the better striker, and I think that's going to cause Kamedov to shoot a bad shot at some point and either get clipped or hurt or be in like a bad position. And then
maybe that could definitely happen. But I feel like Kamedov isn't. I've seen Magomedov taken on before, and I feel like he's taken even still is even like Seidner Magomedov, right? These guys, like, you can kind of break them later, like down the stretch. Because they're like, if he doesn't get the submission early, he might burn out his arms completely. But
yeah, you're not wrong about that.
And even this guy, I mean, Kamedov isn't bad. He's fought okay guys in the past. Like even like So Young Yu isn't a bad grappler, obviously, but he's not a bad striker either. So he's got okay wins, and this is obviously probably the best guy that he's fighting by a mile. I'm gonna go with the undefeated fighter. Let's see. I think you can get it done. I want to get more plus money on him though, so maybe I'll sit on this. See if I can get like plus 130, plus 140.
Yeah, I do believe Kamedov is like part of the Tajikistan national wrestling team, or at least was at one point. I guess he probably isn't now, but so like Kamedov's got some wrestling chops. I think he can definitely get Magomedov down at some point. So I'm with you on that part. But we can move on. We got another interesting fight between a couple of ladies here. We have Jenna Bishop and Ekaterina Shakalova. Interesting because Shakalova came in and won her last fight as a pretty big underdog, if I remember correctly. I don't remember what the line was, but she's like, I think she's like
plus 200, maybe plus 180-ish.
And so now she's in here against Jenna Bishop, and I believe she's still the underdog, but the line is a whole lot closer. What do you think about this fight? Who do you have and why?
Shakalova, she's young, right? She's in her prime right now, 27 years old. So he took that first fight against who was it? Aspen Ladd, and she couldn't she got takedowns early, but she couldn't really hold her down. And that's kind of a problem for her. I feel like she gets a takedown early. She's gonna have to control Bishop and on her back because I don't see her submitting Bishop early. Bishop is a high-level grappler, so not really going to get caught up in that submission that Shakalova got her in her last fight. It's not going to happen, so she's going to have to out-grapple her, control her for the first few rounds, and obviously she's young, she's strong, still low pit bull. Maybe she can control her, hold her down early, but I don't really see it, honestly. I just don't, man. Bishop, I don't think Bishop is like the best striker. Her striking is getting better. She's kind of like willing to like brawl it out with you. She's tough. I mean, she went to war with the Watanabe. I don't know. I mean, I was happy because I had a parlay with Berna Jandiroba same week, so I was happy she won that fight. And she kind of had to like dig really deep in that one. And I like to see that, man. I like to see that. If she can't get that submission, I was like getting kind of worried that this is a striking match only. I don't know what's gonna happen. Sven Alter put that pressure on Watanabe. Kind of just like it was a really fun fight to watch. I mean, it was really fun. Obviously, none of them were like technical strikers, and I'm gonna go Bishop by decision. I think she can just kind of like land more volume, kind of piece her up on the feet, and she is taking on. I think her jiu-jitsu is probably better than Shakalova. Shakalova, I feel like has better wrestling overall. Like she's probably stronger in those takedown entries. But I'm gonna go to Bishop. I'm not sure if I'll better here because Shakalova could be getting better at this point. But I'm gonna go with Bishop. I think she can win by decision.
I agree entirely. I think that Shakalova might be the one getting the takedowns, but I don't think she's gonna be able to stay on top. I think Bishop's gonna be able to use her sweeps. I think she's able to do what she needs to do. I saw that coming. I can't put that on the screen though. But I think that Bishop's gonna be able to be competitive on the feet, and I think when Shakalova shoots takedowns, I think it's gonna play into the favor of Bishop. I think Bishop gets it done, although everybody's like, oh, she's getting old or whatever, but like women age better than men. Like women can compete in the 40s.
Even there's Carmouche on this card. I mean, there's a lot of older fighters. Bremis is on this card. Like a lot of fighters are like 40 years old.
Exactly.
40.
And like the dudes when we hit 40, it's a lot different than like a woman.
And they're fighting the UFC. I think they wouldn't win any fights in the UFC at this point. If they're all these 40 years old that are fighting in PFL. It's just because like maybe not all of them, but some of them maybe win. But I feel like most of them would now be winning fight after fight in the UFC at the highest level.
Win at the UFC level, but
maybe some catch a couple of wins. But I don't see her being top. Like I don't know if I see her being like top 10 at this point in the UFC.
Yeah, maybe not top division. Honestly, women's 125. So I could see top 10 being tough for her. But I mean, she still beats a lot of the unranked fighters for sure. But yeah, so we're both on Bishop. That's good. We got one in common here. We've got one of our favorite bets of last year in this next matchup. We have Brent Primus versus Alfie Davis. And please tell me you're on Brent Primus here. Let me hear what you got.
Yeah, of course, man. Grappler versus striker matchup. The reason I took Alfie Davis over Collard because the striker is only a boxer. He's not gonna go out there and wrestle you, and that's been Alfie Davis's kryptonite. When you shoot takedowns on him, and he's kind of like his takedown defense isn't completely horrible, but when you have a grappler like Bernoulli, you have a grappler like Primus, these guys are huge for the weight class. They're so strong, so big. And I feel like Primus could probably fight at 170 and do really well at 170 right now. And Primus' striking looks really sloppy, man. He fights like someone that's drunk, like this had one too many when he strikes. That's what he looks like. But I've said this before. I don't think Alfie Davis has a lot of power unless he can hit you with like a spinning back fist, spinning heel kick, or something crazy like that you don't really see coming. I don't think he can knock him out with his punches. With his hands, I mean, I don't think he can put him away like that. I don't think he has power like Rabadanov. Primus by submission, I like that. I think he's gonna catch him in submission early.
Yeah, I agree. I think Primus is one of those guys that like his submission arsenal is underrated because people think of him as like, oh, he gets a lot of rear naked chokes and stuff. But like we saw this dude hit a go-go plata on somebody, and you just don't do that in MMA. So I mean,
yeah, if he takes the fight to the mat, which he will, because he does that every fight. You know, one thing about Primus is going to shoot takedowns out there. He's not just going to strike with this guy.
It's over. I think once this fight gets to the mat, Primus is going to start dominating because Davis is fine on the feet. Don't get me wrong. And like, yes, he's won by submission before, things like that. But
it was crazy that he knocked out Collard. I mean, that was pretty crazy though.
That was nuts. I did not expect that. I didn't expect him to knock out Collard. But
yeah, me neither. I think I picked him by decision. I didn't think he was going to knock him out.
Exactly. But with that said, Primus is about to go through him. I don't think Primus's chin's as bad as Collard's at this point. I think he gets it done. Yeah, looks like we all are thinking finish for Primus. I don't know. I mean, the line's not
Line's
terrible.
Pretty good for part of the piece.
It was bad because seeing him as a favorite catches me off guard because he was just like a dog for all the time.
He was like minus 800 over Sensi. Remember that? Like it was 1-1. Then he got the submission in the third round. So
yeah,
I mean, you can maybe even get him live at a better price if you want to wait and live bet him.
That's true. And you know what? Okay, so I was going to wait for this, but now we're gonna put it in now. We got a little plug here because you mentioned live betting, and the reason I want to bring that up is because if you want to watch the PFL World Tournament, go to Fight Center on CloudBet.com. You can use the link in the description and use my promo code 138MMA, and your first MMA wager with CloudBet is risk-free. The reason I want to mention that specifically is because you can straight up watch the PFL on CloudBet.com and place your bet as you're watching the darn thing. It's right freaking there. So if you're gonna live bet Primus after the first round, that's where you want to do it. Make sure you use my link or at least my promo code because, be one of the good people.
Yeah, make sure you guys use that promo code.
That's right. So anyway, yeah, Primus probably gets him done. You probably get a better line after round one if he doesn't finish him in the first.
If he gets a takedown early, you're not going to get that line that he's at right now. So you gotta hope he doesn't get that takedown in the first round, then he starts getting takedowns later. So you can bet him before that because then you're probably going to get like even money. About even money, because people are gonna think, oh, he's not getting those takedowns, he might lose this fight, because he's probably gonna be losing the striking exchanges, but just by a bit, because I think that Davis just throws more volume, so he'll probably be one step ahead until he gets taken on.
Yeah, Primus's striking's not good, but everybody knows that, including Primus, and that's what I'm glad for, because a lot of these like grapplers don't realize how bad their striking is, and then they'll try to strike with people. It's never good. But Primus is not dumb. He'll at least go for the takedown. So yeah, pretty good, pretty easy side there. Next, we've got Justin Wetzel, who came through as a huge underdog not too long ago, and he's taking on Mando Gutierrez. Who do you have in this one and why?
Yeah, Justin Wetzel, man. He actually commented on my videos like, when people did do that after they get him wrong. So I was like, he's not gonna win this one. He's taking this fight on short notice. That's what I said, right? In that Kasuma, what was his name? Kasuma, I think Kasuma, right? Yeah, Kasuma fight. So I was like, if he took this fight on full camp, I might give him a chance. But he took that fight on short notice, came out there, went out there, and beat him in his own game. 1 3 minutes. One said Ghazi Rabadano, and so just as after he said that he finished his first fight. Bro, he's been finishing fights like crazy now. Like he's definitely been trusting his striking a lot more. But yeah, well, let's go back to the fight.
Yep.
Mitchell, he can wrestle, man. We know this guy can wrestle. He's got a good card. He's always in really good shape. And he has a pretty good chin on him. So I don't see him getting knocked out by Gutierrez. I don't see him getting subbed by Gutierrez. He can grapple really well. His wrestling's probably like Gutierrez got better jiu-jitsu, I feel like, than Vacho. Like if he can take his back, like he's really dangerous there. Like he's gonna be fishing for submissions. But Vacho's I feel like he's gonna be able to see those takedowns coming, and he's gonna be a lot better in other parts of the game. Where on the feet he's gonna be much better. He's gonna be landing elbows in the clinch, knees up the middle, like. So I'm gonna go to Vacho here. He should win. He's taking this fight on full camp now. That's even better. We know what he can do on short notice. So I honestly I do trust him even at this line minus 200. I do trust him even at minus 200.
Yeah, I think Wetzel's the side. He's one of those guys too that like he trains at elevation, so his cardio's there. The guy like he's got solid training partners in Colorado. I mean, you can't overlook that. Dude's been wrestling since he was a kid. Like he's got all the skills to stop the takedowns of Gutierrez and then do what he needs to do to get the takedowns of his own or keep it on the feet and strike.
I want to see him get a finish. I think he can get a finish here too. Mm-hmm. I honestly do. I think he can Manda Gutierrez is really tough though. I mean, obviously he's really tough. He can kind of get through. Maybe he doesn't finish him, but I want to see him get a finish here and really put his name on the map.
I do think if he's going to finish Gutierrez, he's probably going to try to get a submission because Gutierrez can take a punch, man. So
he's really tough. He do like a doctor stoppage or something like that, like hit him with an elbow that slices him open. I could see something like that later. More than likely, it probably goes longer because he fights like really reserved. He's not really gonna go out there and like really go for a finish. Like if he doesn't see it there, he's gonna be okay. Just kind of like outclassing you from the outside, landing elbows in the clinch, kind of like holding you up against the cage and landing low kicks, body kicks. I actually like his game, man. He's really well-rounded.
It's a shame that they don't give us like takedown lines and stuff like that for PFL because
they don't. They probably don't have. Yeah, this would be good for it, but they're not gonna do that.
Yeah, no.
They do that for UFC now. I mean, they do that for UFC. I mean, a couple of years back, they didn't used to do that for UFC either, but now they do that for UFC. I don't bet those. I don't bet those that much. I mean, I only bet like money lines, props, and parlays.
I bet them as like side bets. I don't track them. I don't even think you can track them on Bet MMA. So I don't.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never like tried.
And you can't throw very much money on them.
Yeah.
They're $25 maxes usually, so it's whatever. But and yeah, it's rare to get those. But anyway, we can move right along. Looks like we're both on Wetzel pretty confidently. This one, I feel pretty good about one side. We have Marcelo Alves taking on Jake Hadley. Who do you have in this one?
Yeah, Jake Hadley, man, he proved me wrong in that fight on his PFL debut. Because I think did we both pick Matus, or maybe you picked Hadley there? I can't remember.
No,
I picked Matus because he wasn't looking bad. Honestly, he wasn't, because he won the first round and he was starting to break because Jake Hadley was landing those crazy body shots, completely just breaking him down. Then he got taken on in the third round. So my only issue with Jake Hadley is he's a good striker. He's a good dynamic striker. He drips to the body. He's got really good boxing. And once he starts rolling, he's in a slow state, it's kind of hard to stop his momentum. And his only issue is his takedown defense really isn't that great. He can be taken on, and Matus Matos was taking him down. We've seen other guys like Durden take him down over and over. We've seen Charles Johnson's kind of I've cast on Hadley's fights as underdog before. I bet Durden, bet Johnson, because normally he's always favored in all his fights in the UFC, most of them. And I feel like he's gonna win this one. The reason I feel good about Hadley here is because I was gonna win the first round. If he doesn't put him away, which I don't think he will, I don't see him knocking out Hadley in the first round because Hadley is really tough. He can take a shot. His chin's really good. I feel like Hadley's going to win the second round and win the third round. Maybe even finish him in the third round. Maybe he doesn't. Even if he doesn't finish him in the third round, he's going to win the third round. So, Yeah, he kind of builds in later, and I think he can get this one done. I'm probably gonna go decision.
Let's put all the doubloons, maybe not all of them, but and I think the line's good. Like he's at what, minus 141? Yeah, minus 141 right now.
141, that's not bad.
Solid. Yeah, like minus 141 on Hadley here. Dude's coming off of a super big up, like
Scottish Twister. I mean, that was crazy. I've never seen that before. I've never seen a Scottish Twister before. That was insane.
I think that was definitely the first in PFL history. I don't know if it's the first in MMA
I've never seen that in the UFC either. Like, I mean, even in UFC, I've never seen anyone pull a Scottish Twister. Like, I've been watching UFC for like the last like almost 10 years now. I've never seen anyone.
Twister is rare enough. So
yeah, it's already like we've seen other people. We've seen guys like what's his name? At 145. I mean, pull that off. A couple of them. I mean, we've seen Blackshear pull it off, a Twister over Johnson. We've seen
Stevie
that
Ray,
guy from Arkansas, or Stevie Ray. Did he pull it off? Scottish Twister.
Now that you mention it, yeah,
that's crazy.
Sammy's actually right on. I
don't remember that one.
That. Yeah, pull up Stevie Ray on like Topology or something, and I don't know if it. I don't know
that's
if they call it
Stevie.
Let's see.
How long ago was this Scottish Twister?
I mean, it wasn't
Twister. They called it less than grappling, I think. Modified Twister.
Modified Twister. Yeah, PFL regular season. Yep, there you go. 2022. Yeah, there you go.
So
I definitely forgot all about that. I stand corrected. It's definitely happening.
Safe, bro.
Apparently, PFL is the place you want to go if you're going to hit a Scottish Twister. So.
Yeah, it was crazy because I had the over 2.5 rounds in a parlay, so I was like, "Oh my god!" It missed by like what 10 seconds,
give or take.
And that
that's crazy. Yeah, what a wild time that was. Like, I remember watching that and being like, "What in the world did I just see?" And
I thought he injured himself. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
but and then Twister just crazy off his back too.
Yep, that's really tough. Like really tough. Like, dude,
I think third round like finish for Hadley's always live, even KO, TKO, or submission, because he's gonna slow down because he only throws power shots on the feed. He's not really just gonna like try to appoint you. He's just gonna like try to knock you out early, and he slows down later. And those body shots are gonna slow him down even more. Those body shots from Hadley.
It seems like Hadley's definitely gonna have the cardio. He should have the jiu-jitsu advantage and the boxing advantage. It's just like anything. Like where else? I mean. Takedowns are kind of weak for Hadley. I don't
think I was gonna shoot takedowns here. I mean, I'd be kind of shocked if he does because he doesn't really shoot. Even like that Hugo fight, man. What was Hugo doing in that fight? Like, I just can't. I still don't know what the hell he was doing. Shooting takedown after takedown, missing all those takedowns. Because I think he could have won that fight 29-28 if he didn't miss all those takedowns. Because you start missing takedowns like that, the judges. I mean, it looks really bad. Yeah, the optics play a big factor.
They're not supposed to count against you, but like optics count against you.
Yeah, in a close fight, they definitely do 100%. Even in I've seen fights in the UFC. I mean, you remember Viviana versus Silva? You remember that one, Viviana versus Silva? Like, she was missing takedowns in the third round. She lost that fight. Even though I feel like she was doing more in that fight. It just looks bad. It just looks bad, really bad.
Yeah, missing a takedown just makes you, and especially if you don't just like hop right back to your feet and throw a strike, it makes it look like you're exhausted type of thing. So that's something.
I actually, speaking of dreams, bro, I actually had a dream that Otaporia knocked out Oliveira with his first shot. Like, I legit just dreamed about this last night.
You gonna bet it now or what?
I mean, the KO is gonna be unbettable, bro. It's gonna be like minus 200, I think, or minus 180 at least. That's but maybe first round, maybe for a second on KO.
Second probably is the way to go, I think, but we can move to the next matchup. We have, let's see, we have Mansoor Barnui taking on Archie King Colgan. I absolutely know what side I'm on this one. I want to hear what you're on, and hopefully.
Yeah, Archie's gonna win this one. He's got more explosives wrestling, and he can strike really well. He closes distance really well. And Barnui, he's the one that has the wrestling edge over you. That's when he's winning fights. And over here in this matchup, he can't wrestle Archie Colgan. I don't think he can. And can he outstrike him? I don't think his striking is like that great, where he can just kind of like defend all the takedowns from Colgan and just kind of like pick him apart on the feed. So Archie's gonna win. He's minus 300. Still a good parlay piece in my opinion. A minus 300. He's gonna negate Bernoulli's wrestling and submission threat. And He's gonna be stronger, I feel like, in the wrestling exchanges. And Bernoulli, I mean, he's definitely got more experience. He's fought Islam Makhachev in the back, and he's fought other guys that are pretty good. But this is just one of those matchups where Colgan's gonna look really good.
Yeah, I think Bernoulli's going to struggle to get takedowns. I mean, when you look at Colgan, the dude has the wrestling chops. Okay, he was Big 12 champion, right? Started 4 years, I guess, because technically I think he was there for 5 years because of like a red shirt or something. But he started 4 years at the University of Wyoming, Division I school. 2-time qualifier for the NCAA championships. Didn't win, obviously, but still, that's huge. Like, the dude can wrestle. And I think Bernoulli's going to struggle to get him to the mat. And people are like, oh, yeah, but, American wrestling hasn't looked good lately. Yeah, but is French wrestling looking any good? I mean, look at Omar Sy. Like, he looks terrible.
Oh my God. I'm glad I didn't bet that guy. I actually bet Malik, but even the Malik bet wasn't that great either in hindsight. At least he tried. I mean, Sai didn't even try. Yeah, at least he wanted to try it. I mean, Sai just didn't even, he was just scared. He just got scared.
But no, honestly, this matchup, I think Colgan's going to be the one doing the bullying. I think he's going to be throwing. I think he's going to be throwing him around like it's like.
I've seen him have like minus 155, and I should have took him at minus 155. I just sat on it. I saw the lines after I was done watching UFC, and I seen the line minus 155. I was like, okay, this line's kind of close. I'm like, I wake up the next day, it's like minus 300 now. So even minus 300, I think he's gonna win. I don't think he finishes him though, but I think he's gonna win by decision.
I think he's getting a decision, and I think it's going to be one of those things where Bernoulli's stuck in a situation where he has to strike. He doesn't want to strike. Colgan's a better wrestler than striker, but he can strike better than Bernoulli.
He's got power on the feet. I mean, I've seen him hit people hard.
Oh, for sure. And he's a very, very much a physical specimen. Dude's got cardio for a big guy, for a bulky guy. Like, he's not tall, but he's bulky.
You find Mano Souza. Mano Souza, bro, he's actually like a dangerous striker. Mano Souza, I think he's going to be fighting in Contender Series soon, right? Maybe later this year.
I don't know. I haven't looked at all the lineups yet, actually.
He fought in LFA recently, so he is a co-main event on LFA, so I'm sure they're going to bring him up in the UFC soon. That wins aging well for Colgan.
Yeah. I seriously think Colgan's got this one. I mean, I have a hard time seeing Bernoulli. Like, Bernoulli needs takedowns and needs to be the better grappler to win this fight, and I don't know that he's going to get those things. I think he's going to struggle with
the way he can win. If he does win, it's going to be locking in that body triangle and not letting him escape, because he's really long and lanky for this weight class, and if he can get into that body triangle, he's really good at keeping that position, kind of just riding you out for the round.
And I will say, Islam said that Bernoulli was one of the toughest people to grapple that he's grappled with. I mean, that was
like ages ago.
Yeah, like I mean, let's see, what year was that even? It was
probably like 2018, 2017.
It was in the before time.
Even before 2015, maybe. Was it 2015?
It was. I'm trying to find it. 2013. Okay.
2013. Like I said,
it was a long time ago. Like, I was still fighting in 2013. That's how long ago that was. So
that was a long time ago. I mean,
it's forever ago.
Yeah, I think Colgan's gonna win. I feel good about Colgan.
Yeah, I think Colgan's gonna be able to throw him around. I think he does what he needs to do to stop the takedowns and then slam the big shots on the feet. But then again, it is MMA. Crazier things have happened. But yeah, I feel good about Colgan. We can move right along to the next one. We're in the co-main event already. We are flying right along here. We have Liz Carmouche taking on Elora Dana or oh, hold on. I got my.
I think Dana. Dana. I think that's how you say it.
Elora Dana is what it is. Dana. Go ahead and give me your thoughts on it, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, I think Carmouche is gonna win, man. The only thing that scares me is their age, because it's 41. Eventually, you're gonna fall off. You can only go so long. So that's the one thing scares me, and I might sprinkle on Dana just because the odds are getting crazier. But Dina's striking is so bad, man. Her striking is so sloppy. She strikes like she's fighting in high school. And her grappling is okay. She's got slick back takes, but do as you're dominating Carmouche with her grappling, not really. I think we both took her in her last fight, right? As an underdog. So we cashed on her. But she's fighting someone that can't really grapple. Carmouche has been here for so long. She's fought some of the best girls out there at the weight class. Has a win over Sushenko back in the day. I mean, she's got wins over other girls, and she's been dominating Bellator, and now PFL. So she lost to Taila Santos, which isn't bad. I mean, and the Watanabe fight was kind of close, but Watanabe's not bad. Karamuch is gonna win. I think she's gonna just kind of strike her. I'm not sure if she knocks her out. I think she's gonna like land more damage on the feet and just kind of be one step ahead in the striking exchanges, which is crazy because Zaina is actually like what, like 13 years younger, like 14 years younger. It's crazy.
She is, how old is she? 26, so she's way younger. Yeah,
she's actually training with Natalia Silva, so like that's like one reason I bet her last time. But Kermouche doesn't look like she's slowing down that much.
Yeah, I mean, Kermouche is only losing to like top tier fighters, and Tyler Santos. Say what you will, because of the way she lost to.
I don't even look at that. I mean, I don't even look at that fight for like. I don't hate on anyone losing to Dakota at this point.
Seriously, yeah. I mean, I think Tyler Santos is still very good, and like Carmouche was competitive in that fight. I think Carmouche is going to walk through this fight. I think she's going to have no trouble. She'll probably make it to the championship.
I think she's tough. Is some of your rounds? Isn't it 3 rounds?
Yeah, it should be right.
Okay. You're talking about so you'll still make it to championship. Yeah.
3-5. Yeah, she'll make it to the championship of the tournament. Is what I'm saying. I think she's gonna be easy. Like this is gonna, like, after she wins this, it's she might even win the whole thing. Honestly, she probably will. Maybe. Obviously Dakota's not in it this year. So
how much money do they make? They only make like $250K, right? 500K. Wow.
But the thing is, they also get, so instead of like last year when it was $1 million, but you would subtract the salary they made along the way. This year they get the 500,000 on top of the salary they make along the way. So fighters like Carmouche, who are actually getting paid a decent amount, might end up actually making more money, assuming they win the championship, whereas before they wouldn't. Talk for a second.
It's all good. Bernoulli is dangerous with his butterfly guard. Could make Hogan work really hard. I don't know about that, man.
Sorry,
he's probably gonna be looking for submissions. So you're good.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, we're back. So yeah, I mean, Carmouche for sure in that one. We got the main event next, and we can make our parlay. The main event's weird because obviously it is a kind of short notice matchup between Kevin Lee and Gadzhi Rabadanov. Yeah, I mean, I feel like we both are going to be on the same page. What do you think?
I mean, where does Kevin Lee fit on this? Where does Kevin Lee fit on this card? Like where? Maybe 10 feet under after Rabadanov is done with him. Probably after this card is over and done with. Bro, I feel bad for. I actually watched. They made a documentary, or like I don't know what was called on PFL like YouTube channel. So I watched that, and Kevin Lee looks like he's extremely confident. I mean, I don't know if he's like just trying to put on a show because he's probably getting a good amount of money for this fight. How much money do you think he's getting for this fight? Like if you had to guess, because I'm sure not a lot of people are signing up to fight Rabadanov at this point.
God, he's probably getting not that much. Probably like 40,000 or so at most.
Let's say 40K, bro. Oh my god, that's not nearly enough. But yeah, I mean, I think the reason they gave him this opportunity because it's a pretty big name still. Like people know him from UFC, and it just it sucks. It kind of sucks honestly because a couple years ago, this line would probably be like maybe Rabadanov would be like -140, -150, and he'd be like Kevin Lee would be like +120. That's just a few years ago, like maybe like 3-4 years ago. But now he's like, well, +1,000. Like honestly, at those odds, man, like if you have like some money you're willing to just throw away, maybe like sprinkle that line. I mean, +1,000. I mean, what could go wrong, right? Like you gotta, maybe he gets knocked out in the first round. I mean, that's probably like what happens here. I think that's what I'm obviously picking Rabadanov. I'm not gonna pick Kevin Lee at this point. But submission, I feel like Rabadanov, but he goes for the KO, man. So I don't know if he's gonna like go for the club and sub. Well, there's definitely on the table because Kevin Lee, when he's hurt, like he just kind of panic wrestles. And I can see like Rabadanov cracking him, then Kevin Lee like panic wrestling, getting guillotined or like getting fucking like put to sleep. I think first round, I don't think this fight goes past the first round. If Kevin Lee's like, if he's like complete, like if he's like really taking this fight serious, which he might be, right? Because training over there now, he seems really serious. But yeah, I think Rabadanov is just. I mean, he can't even bet him. I'm not betting him. I don't bet people -2,000. But even -1,400, I was not gonna parlay him at those odds. But yeah, I think submission. You can maybe sprinkle submission first, second on finish. Doesn't go the distance. Parlay piece not bad.
The reason I say TKO is because Rabadanov is on a 3-fight TKO streak, and
he's finishing people earlier and earlier now.
anytime soon.
He finished. Now he finished the Casey in the first round. Like that was like what 30 seconds. I don't think he's gonna respect Kevin Lee at all. I don't think he's gonna respect his power. I don't think he's gonna respect his wrestling at all. I don't see him giving Kevin Lee any type of respect at all. So he's gonna just kind of like march him down. And at this point, I mean, Kevin Lee chin is really suspect, and Rabadonov can eat shots. He's training over there with Habib's team, and those guys are looking unstoppable.
Yeah, there's very few guys on that team that are losing, and I don't think we're gonna get one here. I think Rabadonov's probably knocking him out with ground and pound at some point. First, second round, one of the two. Third, if Lee can just all of a sudden take a punch, but I don't think so. I think that's clear cut. But yeah, folks, we are 55 minutes into this stream. We're gonna put together a parlay here in a minute.
Let's make a parlay.
3 fights we disagreed on. Now, with this parlay, I do want to say all the odds are going to be brought to you by this video's sponsor, and that's CloudBet. We're going to give you all the odds you can get on CloudBet, which they are actually, for the PFL card, the best line available for most fights. So that's pretty cool. With that said, who do we want to put on there for our – I mean, we could put Rabadonov there for a first leg, but it's like a minus 2,000.
No, let's not put him there. I can't. There's no point in putting. What if he gets disqualified or something crazy? True. And I'll be really pissed off. Minus 2,000. I mean, you're not gonna get anything with that. But yeah, I mean, if you can like get his I to D prop or like doesn't go the distance, that's probably better at this point.
You don't have any props out right now.
Yeah, they don't have any props. So honestly, I do like Hogan at minus 300. I think he's good. He's good parlay because even at minus 300.
He's minus 295. Whereas I'm seeing him. So
okay, minus 295. Yeah, that's good. And we can do like him and what about Hadley?
We could do Hadley. We can do let's see what him and Hadley come out to, and that could be our first
safe. Parlay. We hit the last safe parlay, I think. What was it, like Soroli and Pinedo?
Yep,
and that was the safest one, right? We moved the last one, bro. What happened to the other guy? Like, what was Luciano?
Dude,
what the hell happened to him?
Show up. I was like, if you remember when you were like Luciano, and I was like,
I know you're hesitant. I know you're hesitant.
I was like, no.
That was crazy.
The just didn't look. And Pinedo won cash, no problem. So hopefully that's what we'll get here. So we're gonna go Colgan and Hadley. So 1 second here. Archie Colgan plus Jake Hadley. And that equals, so let's see, plus 129.
And the solid 2 leg. I don't like parlaying more than like 2 legs normally, but we'll make like a long parlay.
Now we're gonna turn into degenerates, yes. So let's see who. Okay, let's keep those 2 legs for now. We can subtract them if we want to.
Nate Kopilov's gonna win that one. I think you should I'm gonna hammer him as a parlay piece. Kopilov over Costa. I've been feeding Costa so much in the past.
I haven't tamed him yet, but yeah, probably.
Kopilov is like that at this point. I mean, he's even before like when Costa was in his prime. He was never like the most technical striker. He just has a lot of power. He just kind of swings away if you just kind of like swing with him recklessly. But Kopilov is going to be much faster, and he's definitely got more weapons: low kicks, body kicks, high kicks. He's got more than like Costa's only going to be throwing like body shots and boxing with him. He throws a couple of high kicks, but I think Kopilov is going to win that one.
Okay, so what do you think if we keep the Colgan and Hadley lines and then we add Dayron and Primus?
Let's make another one. Let's make another one. Like let's
get rid of the first 2. Okay.
How much plus money do we need for this one?
Let's try to get to plus 500, huh?
Plus 500. Okay, let's do that. Let's do Dayron.
Yep.
Let's do
Primus.
Primus, yeah, Dayron, Primus. Let's put Vetchel in there. Vetchel.
Oh yeah.
Let's put him in there.
6.
We can do like Hadley in there, and then let's put Hadley in there.
Hadley in there with Wetzel,
plus 500,
and all of them were already at plus 516.
Yeah, we can just leave 4 leg parlay there.
Okay, so let's see. We got Hadley, Wetzel,
Primus, and Dayron.
And that equals out to be plus 516.
I think that's solid.
Okay, plus 516. go. Yes, Pickem is the GOAT. You're right, buddy.
Absolutely.
One other, if you want to get really crazy and you're like, yo, let's just make those odds nuts.
All right, let's
take
do
that
it.
parlay and you put the plus 216 on Hamill on it.
What is that? Plus 1500? Plus 1100?
1848.
Plus 1848. That's maybe you can sprinkle that. I mean, that was not too bad. Hamill can win by this, and I really do feel like you can get it done.
That's crazy. If you get Hamill on there with those four, like that's
normally I don't parlay like underdogs that much. I just bet them straight up. I like just betting straight up underdogs. Because like if you bet a lot of underdogs like in a parlay, like not all of them are gonna win. Like, but if you bet a couple of favorites and one underdog in there, that's actually not too bad. You can put that as your lost leg.
Over on Patreon, I do a thing. It's called my Patreon parlay. And essentially what it is, it's like a progressive parlay with like 3 levels. It's got like the base leg that's like pretty safe typically. I mean, it's still a parlay. But if that hits, then you break even for the night. So you don't have to worry. And then you play the same parlay plus the extra legs and then plus the degen leg. And that degen leg is usually like an underdog. So like last week, the degen leg was Phil Rowe. We hit all 8 legs there was 8 legs of the parlay, which is ridiculous. We hit all 8 of them. It was combined between PFL and UFC. So we definitely crushed that. But yeah, the final leg of the parlay was Phil Rowe as an underdog. So that was nice. But yeah, like if you're going to do a parlay with an underdog, make sure you kind of cover your tracks a little bit. Not,
unless you're really confident in underdog. I should have parlayed Tad Jean last week. Tad Jean looked pretty good. Jason Jackson, I know people are like saying that he got robbed. What do you think about that? Do you think Jason Jackson got robbed?
I don't know if I got robbed. It was a close fight.
It was close. I mean, the second, third one was close, but
I think either guy could have got it on the scorecards, and I wouldn't have been like robbery. But I wouldn't have. I was rooting for Jason Jackson, and I still thought like either guy could have won that. So
yeah, I was happy with Tad Jean though. Well, he's gonna fight Stroley. What do you think about that? You think like he's got a good chance there?
I mean, it's just
I feel like you do.
I feel like on him, right?
I feel like nah. Maybe you can lay on him for one round, but I feel like if he gets back up, he's gonna be like so much better.
Yeah, maybe
that's actually a good matchup. Can't wait for that
on
one.
The feet, he's gonna Jean's gonna be better, but Storley's not really that good on the feet. But like Storley's just so good at laying praying. You know what I mean? Like he can do that.
I drank up all that Tad Jean plus money last week in a BKFC.
Nice.
That's good.
Dude, I bet BKFC is a blast, man. It's so much fun to go those, so I don't blame you.
Yeah.
But yeah, like there's so many interesting fights last week in general where we had like between PFL and the UFC where you had like so many like really hard fights to call. And I think we both, well, at least I know I did. I know we both did on PFL. Kind of got out of there looking pretty good. Like I think I picked like 70% on the PFL card. And
I think I had the same amount of picks, right? But we made money, so that's what I care more about, making money than picks. Right. Like, as long as you make money, you're more that's what matters. As long as you cash your bets.
I go back and forth
on picks
because I have thousands of people who watch my channel and look at like my picks, right? But I have like, I don't know, 20 some odd, 30 something people that pay for my bets. So like if I do really good on my bets, but like my picks suck, like 30 people might know about it. And it's like, okay, everybody else thinks
that's fair. That's fair. I mean, but
so for that,
I'll take like winning money over like even if I get like a lot of picks wrong on a card, I wouldn't be too disappointed as long as I would cash my bets. That's like really more important to me. Cashing bets than winning, like getting picks right. Because it's like you can't get every pick right.
I'll get more money from getting picks right because people watch my channel because they're like, man, this guy.
That's true. That's true.
But at the same time, the immediate return is the best. So I obviously I want to do good at both, but yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's more important, but I've been getting a lot of crap for picking a lot of underdogs lately. So who knows?
It's okay. I mean, you got to pick some underdogs. I pick underdogs when I think they have a good chance to win.
Yeah, exactly. Like I thought Menefield was not my least confident pick of the card last week.
That was a good pick, Menefield.
My least confident pick of the card last week.
Because he kind of just did the same thing he did to Walker. I mean, the same thing happened in the fight. So like, I'm probably just gonna start betting Menefield biases from now on.
Dude, he's so good.
He does enough. Yeah.
Here we go. What's up? My boy Korean John is in the chat. Paul Hughes getting passed up for the title shot. Yeah,
bro. Usman doesn't want that smoke. Usman doesn't want that smoke.
Dude, it's wild, but like, yeah, I agree with Grimy here. Paul Hughes does need to get to the UFC, but the problem is
they're paying him so much money in PFL. He's not going to come over to UFC. That's why he signed PFL, because they're giving him more money.
It was probably dumb on his part, because it's not like PFL is going to be able to do much with him after he wins the
That's
5
true.
or so fights they can give him is the thing. So I don't know. I think it was probably long term would have been better to go to the UFC. Will they take him later?
How old is he now? Like, do you know how old he is now, Paul Hughes?
I'm sure we can find out really fast.
Maybe he's like 30 or like 29, because I don't think he's that old, right?
What is he? 28. So yeah, he's still young.
Okay.
But
yeah, he's still got time. He can come over to UFC later.
Not bad.
Maybe the next few years, maybe.
Years go by quick. For Nate, can't give you my most confident pick just off the top of my head because, well, 2 reasons. 1, that's for the Patreon members. I can't do that. But 2, you gotta go watch the video, brother.
I still gotta do a breakdown for UFC. Gotta watch some tape. For UFC, I had a busy week this week, so I wasn't able to put that breakdown earlier.
I think
Pinedo could do really well. Even Pico. I mean, I want to see how Pico does in the UFC because he's just signed a contract.
I don't see either of them being champion, but I see both of them doing like well enough, you know.
Because Patchy Mix really messed everything up for all the people fighters.
Everybody's just like so down on Patchy Mix after that, but realistically, like it's the first fight in the UFC that throws everybody off, man. It's like it's not just Patchy Mix. It's not like how many really good top tier fighters do we see lose their first fight in the UFC?
That's true. That is true.
Shoot, Max Holloway lost his first fight in the UFC. What happened with that?
And he lost to Poirier, right? I think he got subbed by Poirier. So that was holy shit. That was so long ago.
Dude, a lot of really good fighters have lost their first fight in the UFC. It's like a thing that happens. So I think he'll be fine. Yeah. Dude,
makes me feel like a fool in front of my friend during a debut.
I tried to tell everybody because
I actually picked him as a lock. I actually picked Patch. That is my only losing bet. I could have won 10 units in that card, bro. I only won like 2 units because of that.
I said stay away. I
was so confident, bro. I was like, he's that next fucking dude.
The debut jitters, man. I tried to tell everybody the debut jitters are more of a real thing than people think about. Like they're like, oh, he's fought, this, that, and the other. Debut jitters are a real thing. I told everybody, I was like, look, I think Patchy Mix is gonna win. I think he's a better fighter. And then I'm like,
from now on, I'm only gonna bet like not more than like 1.5 units on these guys that come over from other promotions because you never really know, right? Yeah. Even when they have good matchups, you never really know because he didn't shoot takedowns. I mean, he didn't even try to shoot takedowns in that fight.
He had one like half-hearted attempt.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god, what are you doing? What are you doing right now? I had PTSD from Tatiana Suarez. I was like, all those memories came back. Mm-hmm. Tatiana and Bailey. I lost money betting in both of them too. Like I feel like a fucking idiot.
I bet on Sean Weather.
Tatiana and both him, Patchy and Tatiana.
So that's another thing too. Like I somebody was mad at me in my comments for saying that Bautista was gonna be the better striker over Mix, and I was like, I don't know.
I knew he was going to be the better striker. I just didn't accept. I just didn't expect him not to shoot takedowns at all. Like Patchy,
that's what I didn't expect.
It's like one thing that's like left me shocked when I was watching that fight.
Yeah, because like if you're watching Mix fight, what does he do to people? Takes them to the mat, usually gets to their back, or like gets on a front choke, and then he does what he needs to do, right? But he just didn't do it in that fight. Didn't really attempt to. I mean, I understand you got to set up the takedowns, but dude, if it's like you're already in the 3rd round, you haven't really done anything, just start trying to force it because at that point, what else are you going to do? You've already lost. So I don't know. It was rough, but I think he'll be fine. I think he'll bounce back. I think he'll get some good wins. I think at some point he still can be in the contention for the top. But yeah, it's tough. Yeah, the takedown threat usually would help, but yeah, he just didn't have it in that fight. So I mean, if he'd shot more takedowns, that might have set up his hands more. That's a fair point, but yeah, he struggled. He looked like he was in a bag of cement mix. Oh, that was terrible. Oh boy. Okay. Anyway, I'm sure he'll bounce back. We can go ahead and wrap some stuff up here. You mentioned that you've still got your breakdown video coming out this week. When should people expect that?
I'll probably do it tomorrow for this card. I'll do a breakdown, full card breakdown.
Mm-hmm. For the PFL or for
PFL and UFC. I'll try to drop a breakdown for PFL 2 and UFC tomorrow. Hopefully I can get that done tomorrow. And I'll be live for this card on Friday. I'll be covering the card. I think this card's going to be pretty good.
In-depth analysis. And you can tune into Pickem's watch party, his watch along, all that good stuff. It's going to be a good time. I will not be doing a watch party or anything like that for this card, but that's okay. I'll probably actually have to watch it the next morning. We'll see. Hopefully I can catch it, but there's also a really good chance that I just have to watch it the next morning.
Rest in peace, Cameron Lee. Yeah.
You
rest in peace. No, you also said rest in peace, Cameron Lee.
Oh, I just saw that. Yeah, Kevin Lee doesn't. Ah, man, that's rough.
I hope he doesn't like get knocked out too brutally. I like Kevin.
Yeah, just like a nice ground and pound stoppage would be.
Yeah.
Nate, we hope you have a good night as well.
Yeah, you guys too, man. Hopefully you guys all have a good night and make money on this card.
Absolutely. And don't forget, check out the link to CloudBet. I'm serious, guys, that your first wager is risk-free. So you can obviously make a bet. And if it screws up, then you're all good to go. No big deal. Grateful dude. Good to see you, man. But yeah, check out CloudBet. You can live bet PFL really well from CloudBet. You can watch the fights right there on the freaking website. So it's pretty sweet. But yeah, guys, thanks for tuning in. Pickem, thanks for coming on.
Take it easy, guys. Later.